Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, anyone or anything with an ear or two that's listening right now. This is the show, the extravaganza, the podcast. Sometimes I'm always right. Sometimes I'm always right.
Welcome everybody to episode 9 of Sometimes I'm Always Right podcast. And for the first time in Sometimes I'm Always Right podcast history, got the co-host in the building.
Let's go, baby.
First time on camera for the co-host.
Yeah.
Some of y'all might not know what he looked like.
Excuse my nerves.
Little quarantine, quarantine roughness, but
Oh, yeah, definitely. Excuse the quarantine roughness.
My beard growing out of control. It's all right. All right, so this is first for the podcast, so we got to toast.
Toast up.
Yes, sir. Toast to y'all. Y'all can take one with us. Y'all want to. Woo! Yeah, I had to make a trip. Some of y'all might have seen, came up to Indiana. Did a little surprise visit. Well, I told my brother, but I ain't told him don't tell my mom, don't tell Pop. So we just did a little pop-up surprise on them. Some of y'all might have seen the video I did, So we had to knock one of these out while I was down here. So well, I'm gonna get into it. Everybody been talking about the documentary, The Last Dance, Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, 90s Bulls. Last Dance was in 98. But, it went from 98 and kept going back and forth from the previous years and stuff like that. Michael Jordan in college, rookie and all that stuff. But it was very interesting documentary.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I thought it was pretty good overall. Obviously, there's some discrepancies and opinions about the show. But I originally thought it was the Jordan documentary. Apparently, it wasn't supposed to be the Jordan documentary.
Right, yeah. Right. So some teammates were mad too. But, I mean, it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So, of course, he's going to be the main focus and the main topic of it, But,
yeah.
It is what it is.
I mean, with someone like Jordan, them being, first of all, we haven't been their teammate for several years. I don't see how they didn't see that coming.
Right.
I mean, he's a narcissist. We all know that.
Right, yeah.
If he got any kind of creative control over it, you should expect that more than likely it's going to be kind of centered around him, and he's going to get the last say so and whatever comes out.
Right, yeah, because especially he was the one that had to sign off on it. So,
yeah.
Right. They had to get his permission to release it. So, of course, he's going to make sure everything was how he wanted it and all that kind of stuff. Some people didn't like that, but, I mean, like I say, it's Michael Jordan, so,
Yeah.
Got to listen to the man.
It was a team effort to win those championships, but we all know that without Jordan, you could probably replace him with any player in that era, and you still wouldn't have the Bulls team that we saw that made history so many times.
Nah. Yeah, and talking about that, like, people been going back and forth now. This whole thing done brought up the whole LeBron, and I mean, I don't even, after especially you youngsters out there, I hope y'all watched all 10 episodes. You can just see how great this dude was. Like, this man won 3, retired, went to play baseball, came back, 1.5 years. He came back that second year. He wasn't quite ready in shape and stuff, but he came back. We lost in 95. Came back and won 3 more. Could have been more, but that's
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Who retires at the peak of their career, at the height of everything, and then on top, and then come back and pretty much pick up right where they left off, right back on top. I think I don't think any other athlete or any other player in this world can come back and do that.
No.
Like, he didn't come back and join a new team. He came back to the same team and put them right back on the map.
Yeah. But then it's crazy how, like, people actually doubted him in '95 when we lost to Orlando.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he ain't the same. And they was talking about it on a documentary. Actually, was it Nick Anderson said 45 ain't 23 when he came back with 45s. It's like, dude, okay. So that, I think that really helped him drive, like, okay, well, we'll see next year. You know, we lost this year. So thank you, Nick Anderson. You probably was the reason we got 3 more in a row. 96, 97, 98. So appreciate that. Should have known not to, what they said, don't tug at Superman cape. So had to do it to you. Because, I mean, it was easy to talk about him, you know, when he came back, you know, he wasn't quite in basketball. So he been playing a whole other sport.
I mean, that's expected, though.
Right, yeah. But you want to say, oh, 45 ain't 23. Then it's crazy because when he had that bad game in Orlando, and Nick Anderson said that, he went and told them he wanted to wear 23. Like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. 45 ain't 23. I'm going to pull 23 out and bust your ass. And he did. But, you know, we lost that series, you know. Young Shaq and Penny. Horace Grant helped them a lot, too, on Orlando. He left us, I think, that year before that. Maybe 2 years. But, you know, he helped them out a lot, you know, with Shaq and Penny. That was a pretty good Orlando team, though. Was that? I think that was the year that Houston beat them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they was good, but young Shaq wasn't no match for Elijah.
No.
So, you know. But I mean, they deserve to win. They, like I say, Mike wasn't in shape, but they was a good team, so they pulled it off.
Definitely. Yeah. With Jordan, though, I mean, I don't see why with the debate. I mean, in reference to the Jordan-LeBron debate, I'm so tired of it. Like, even before the documentary, and then, you know, with Kobe's passing, I'm just like, you know, we could just say the greatest of their era. You know, people got their own opinion. I'm not debating nobody. It doesn't matter what you say about Jordan or LeBron. I'm not going to attack nobody's point. I'm just going to leave it at what it is. They're all great in their own right, and I'm not trying to take anything away from any one of these players and what they meant to the game. We've all been able to watch them. Some of you may not have been able to watch Jordan, but hopefully this documentary gave you a glimpse into what he was like on the court and how dominant he was. We've seen what LeBron can do. We've seen what Kobe did. And, you know, next up, you know, KD. But and I don't plan on taking anything away from him. But I'm sick of the debates that, you know, where it's just like, down to the point where it get personal. Then he talking about like personal finances. And, people talking about Jordan got his father killed. That's and comparing philanthropic acts and stuff. You know, which I don't even know how that jumps into a debate about who's the greatest in the game.
Basketball player,
But frankly, I'm tired of debates, and I'm gonna try every single day. I'm gonna fight to not engage those trolls who try to force that debate.
Yeah, I got sucked in the other day. I mean, this guy, he's one of those, LeBron is the greatest. But I'm like, okay. At first I didn't say nothing, but he like.
They try to pull you in.
Yeah, for you to keep talking about Jordan, why you not talking about what LeBron do great? You just talking about, oh, Jordan didn't do this. Jordan didn't do that. Jordan, he don't pass, he a ball hard, like. Why you steady trying to down Mike, but why you not bigging up LeBron?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know all these Kobe, Mike, LeBron, all these players dominated at different times, but I just think you've seen Michael Jordan dominate more. It's like when he faced the other conference in the finals, he never lost or went to Game 7. It's like there wasn't really no competition.
Well, then their argument for that is. What was Jordan without Pippen, and he didn't win without Pippen.
I seen that too.
Like we don't criticize young LeBron for what he couldn't do without it. And he was heralded as the greatest when he came straight out of high school.
Right, yeah.
He was the king before he even stepped on the NBA court.
Right, yeah.
$90 million contract from Nike. I mean, no discredit to him, but I mean these are the kind of arguments, you know, they pull one-sided stats to try to attack somebody. Like they said, you know, LeBron got more points. Yeah, but they don't talk about how many games it took him to get there. Then they want to try to compare how many shots somebody took to get there. They always try to pick the angle that's going to make they horse the race. Make their argument better. But, you know, at the end of the day, you get to see what, I mean, maybe we'll reflect back on this later. I think it's a lot of time people don't want to crown people too early, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
LeBron is, he's put in his time and his work and stuff. So I don't have any problems with crowning him right now. I wouldn't put too many people over him. Pretty much for me right now, it's like Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. As a Jordan, you can switch those other two around however you want to.
Yeah. I mean, I just think like Jordan was so dominant. Like you really can't. Like you got to start with him at the top and then go through your 2 through 5 or 2 through 10. Like man, like if you didn't see the documentary, you probably don't get it. Or we got a different perspective of it because we actually from Chicago. We seen this man like game after game after game, just like pull it out. Like how do he keep doing it game after year, game after game?
It's magic.
Right, yeah. So we got a different perspective of it. Maybe if you was in another city, you only got to see him on Sunday on NBC 3 or 4 times a year, so you don't quite get like this man played almost every game. He didn't take no load management, none of that shit. Played hard every game, like 82 games, he just balling out. Like
while making one of the lowest salaries in the league too.
Right, yeah, right. Severely underpaid. Well, until like his last two. Yeah, he said, y'all gotta pay me 33. Like I ain't going for that underpaid shit. Yeah, but I mean, it's just. I mean, I get like I say, you can debate what you want to debate, what you choose to debate, but I just think Mike at number 1, then you can start Kobe, LeBron, Bill Russell, Shaq, wherever you want to start after that. But
yeah,
I just think universally, Mike is number 1. Like kids that never even seen him play, they buy his shoes, they know the tongue out, they know everything about him, but you never even seen him play before. Like,
facts.
I mean, it's just to me, he's universally number 1. But of course, people want to LeBron, Kobe. I mean, but they're all great players. Like, so you can't take nothing away from none of them. But
okay.
I just think Mike head and shoulders above the rest.
I agree.
Yep.
As for the Grant and Pippen and the documentary, I agree. It does suck to be featured, featured in a light that is you think is unbecoming of how you are. But when the narrative the story is told through somebody else's eyes, it's kind of hard to. We all see things differently, and you may not view yourself a certain way, but it's probably some things that somebody else can tell you about yourself that you don't even realize that you do or how you are.
Yeah.
Just because you feel one way don't mean it's necessarily true, because we all got our own truths.
Yeah.
But it's always somewhere in between. But yeah, I think it's a little unfair I think they gave Pippen some of his just due, but I think it is a little unfair that it was heavily leaning towards Jordan when it was actually.
Right.
I literally thought it was. Everybody was saying the Jordan documentary. Right. I mean, essentially, even if it was a Bulls documentary, it's still the Jordan documentary.
Right.
But it's called The Last Dance for a reason.
Right. Yeah. He was the superstar. Undoubtedly. Him and Pippen was the only one on all 6, championship. But I think they did Pippen a little wrong. They kind of highlighted his shortcomings, but I mean they happened, but they could have, gave him more props, like show, his good, like his heroic games, his good games and stuff like that. But I mean, it's just like he said that when he didn't go back in the game with 2 seconds left, when Phil called to play for Kukoc, he said he felt bad about it. He said, but he probably wouldn't change. I mean, I probably would have did the same thing. Like Michael Jordan gone, I'm the best player on the team, but it's 2 seconds left, and you call to play for this foreign motherfucker. No, I ain't playing. I'm not going. You want me to take the ball out? Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, no. So they said, Phil said, man, is you in or you out? Like, I'm out. I ain't playing.
I think I would have trusted in Phil. I ain't gonna lie. I know I would have probably been. I would have been a little hot, but
I'd have been pissed off.
I couldn't imagine taking myself out the game in that moment. In my younger years, I could definitely see myself doing something like that.
Yeah.
But like at the age I am now, I couldn't see myself making that choice in that kind of moment.
No.
I mean, the end goal for me would be winning, and then knowing that it might not, it ain't gonna fall on me. At the end of the day, if the play don't work out, then it's just gonna be on field who made the call. You know, people, back in the day it wasn't no issue. Today people gonna be online like, why didn't Pippen take the last shot? You know, he was scared of this big moment. You know, the keyboard warrior is definitely gonna come at him, but ultimately I think that you know, it's a tough choice to make, and then sometimes you know Pippen is the focus because Jordan ain't on the court. So it makes sense to kind of, you know, I mean, a lot of times the inbound end up getting freed up for a shot anyway, so you might have been able to get the ball back and make the play, but we don't know what would happen because Pippen sat on the bench.
I mean, and in fairness, Kukoc did hit the shot. Right, he did make the shot. And Phil said he drew that play up for him a couple times and he hit it, so it's just like, okay, maybe they don't see this play coming, you know, for Kukoc. So, you know, I mean, he did hit the shot. We won the game against the Knicks. We got beat that year, but yeah, I mean, Phil, a Hall of Fame coach. I guess you can't go against him, but I feel Pippen on that one. Though. I ain't gonna lie. I might have did the same thing. Like, you know what? I'm the man. Like Mike gone. I've been the man. I've been here this whole time. I'm the only one with I'm the sidekick. The only one here for all these championships other than Mike. Do you want to call and play for Tony Kukoc? Like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm not feeling this one. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Though.
And I also do think, though, following the last championship, I feel like if the team wouldn't they separate ways, I feel like we could have won at least 2 more.
Yeah.
That lockout season, the Spurs versus the Knicks, come on now.
Yeah, right, and that would have played right into our hands with this short season. Right, you got Mike getting rest, only playing 50 games. Man, we were.
Yeah.
Right, that Knick team was not that good, but Ewing was old then. It was just like we would have went to the finals at least, and then you never know after that. But I think we would have beat the Spurs though.
Pop versus Phil. That would have been a legendary series.
We would have had trouble with Tim down there, but they ain't had nobody to guard Mike, so or Pippen. Well, they had Sean Elliott. He's pretty good, but I don't think he could have did nothing with Scotty or Mike.
Nah.
I think we would have. And with Rodman on Tim Duncan,
yeah.
He would have bothered him a little bit. So I think we would have won. We definitely would have won if Mike wouldn't have retired the first damn time.
Yeah. In
'93. Man. I still be thinking about that. Like, we could have won 8, 9 straight championships, man.
That's crazy.
But, yeah.
It's crazy to fathom what could have been when you know how great a team was and how dominant they were. And then you have to, you know, you can't even, you know, when you jump to the hypotheticals, it's kind of hard to really see how it went. But judging based on, you know, we've never seen them together like that and then lose. So it's hard to say that it wouldn't happen, but then again, you know, when you get in the hypotheticals, anything can happen. So yeah.
I mean, younger me at the time, I was pissed off at Mike. I didn't understand, like, why the hell would you quit playing basketball, go play baseball? Like, you the best basketball player in the world. We just won a championship. You're just like, nah, I'm done. But as the older me, you know, looking back at it, then looking at the documentary and seeing, you know, he talked with his dad. He said the last conversation they had was about him trying to play baseball, and his dad was like, do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, his daddy passing away, you know, getting killed. And, you know, he probably just like, you know, last time I talked to him, he told me to do this. So, you know, I just want to do this for him, at least try it, you know. So, I mean, I feel him as I got older, but young me back then, what was I, 11, 12-year-old me, I was pissed off. I didn't understand.
I feel like it's still kind of hard to understand, but even watching the documentary, like, you get more of a glimpse into how toxic the environment was to be in, you know, you got to be a strong person mentally to kind of, you know, to deal with crowds and how management was with the players and everything, like, just no respect for the greatest in the game and you know, Pippen and Phil, the greatest coach in the game. Right, yeah. Like no respect.
Right, then they talking about his daddy murder might be linked to him playing gambling. Like, come on, bro. then they said he might have not retired. He might have got suspended, secret suspension. But like, you're not gonna suspend the damn
the cash cow.
Right. The damn ringleader of the NBA, the damn best player, the damn main attraction. So I knew that was some bullshit right there, but you know.
Yeah.
It was like say when he did retire, it was just like, damn. I mean, I thought we had a pretty good team still with Scotty leading, but I'm like, it just, you know, maybe we could get to the finals, maybe win, but just wasn't the same without Mike. I mean, we did pretty good that year. I think we won 54 games, something like that. Mid 50 games, so we did pretty good that year.
Yeah, that's another one of the rationales for why they say that Jordan had a way better team than LeBron ever had, because we still made the playoffs and won all these games without Jordan the following year.
Yeah, they always gotta pick the little. Jordan did how many rings Jordan got without Pippen?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, bro. he was the reason we won them. Don't try to put equal. It wasn't 50-50. You him and Pippen. I'll tell you that.
Now I will say this: I didn't agree at first. You know, young me, I didn't agree with LeBron and moving around, but I have more of a respect for like player mobility and them having control, because a team will get rid of you at the drop of a hat. They don't got no respect for players. Clearly, you see it from the documentary. They feel like they own you, and in some way they do, you know, via contracts. Mm-hmm. But you know, so I have more respect for it now. It doesn't bother me as much. But I feel like the same people who give LeBron that freedom to move around and had no qualms with him going to Miami and then bouncing back to Cleveland and then bouncing out to LA, they had a huge issue with Durant, and they still bring that up as a knock against Durant for what he's done. Because at the end of the day, Durant got a lot of championships, and we was talking about this the other day. You said you feel that if Durant does win at least 2 more, you said you would put him over LeBron.
Yeah, if KD win 2 more championships and have 4 over LeBron's 3, and keep in mind, KD went head to head with Bron and won 2 Finals MVPs. So I mean, you got LeBron did beat him in 2012, you know, with Miami, but you got to think about putting KD up there, man. KD. First of all, you can't stop. That man is unstoppable. You can't stop him. That man went head-to-head with LeBron and outplayed LeBron in them 2 finals. Now, you can say, oh, he had a stacked team. He had Curry and Clay and Draymond. Okay, I mean, that got something to do with it, but KD was the finals. He took over, and him and LeBron was guarding each other. So, I mean, if LeBron was the GOAT, why he ain't stop KD? Hey, why ain't stop little skinny KD? But for real, KD though, KD moving up on my all-time list. I got to see what he do in Brooklyn. I was surprised that he left and went to Brooklyn, because I mean I think I would have stayed in Golden State. I mean,
I wasn't surprised.
It's Curry team.
Nah,
I mean, they said he was kind of jealous that Curry was getting, you know, all the love. But it's his team. They drafted him. He been there all the time. It's like,
I can see
I'm
that.
the Finals MVP.
But I felt like it had more to do with that injury stuff.
Yeah. Well, and they said when Draymond called him a bitch.
And then that's it. Yeah.
Right, but yeah.
That didn't help.
Right, yeah, but I gave him props. I said, he left, you know, Golden State when they was, you know, on top. I said, I give him a lot of props for that. It's just like, I give LeBron a lot of props for going back to Cleveland, too. In his prime, I give him a lot of props for that. Because I definitely didn't see that coming.
Me neither.
I remember the day they made that announcement.
I was thinking, like, where you gonna go? And then when they was like talking about he's going back to Cleveland, I was like, dang.
I was like, going home. I was like, what? He going back to Cleveland from Miami?
After all the trouble between him and Dan Gilbert,
I
didn't see that coming.
All the shit he was talking about LeBron. Yeah. LeBron, Cleveland fans, y'all should be very thankful that LeBron put his pride to the side and say, you know what? It's on to talk all that trash about me, but you know, I'm from there. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna help them win the championship. That was big right there. I give Rob props for
And that was a big year. That championship was a big year too. I know it was some complaints about suspension and stuff, and the reason why they won and stuff. But that dude came back from insurmountable feat. Like we had never seen nothing like that before.
3-1 down.
I think that's one of the greatest NBA. Now that's what I would say for me watching this or something. I think that's my greatest NBA Finals moment ever. Like I don't think I could say like it's one that I would even put above that. Like.
Yeah, that was
that's major.
Right, down 3-1 to them.
To them at that, you know.
Right, yeah. Yeah, shout out Kyrie too. Kyrie ball.
Yeah,
Kyrie
made some big shots at the end, you know.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
Yeah.
I moved Braun up on my all-time rankings after that. I moved him past. See, I go by like position, like you know, I go by position first, like the greatest point guard, greatest shooting guard, small forward. So, and when he won that one, I moved him up past Larry Bird to my all-time small forward. A lot of y'all sleep on Bird too. Bird was a monster. Y'all need to go watch YouTube or NBA TV. So y'all look it up. Larry Bird was the man.
Larry legend.
Right. But y'all think Bird? LeBron. He the best small forward ever. I seen somebody from Chicago, I forgot who it was, trying to argue me that Pippen was the best small forward ever. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. I love Pippen, but stop, man. Like, Pippen was great, but he ain't LeBron.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say he was better than Bird. Like,
nah.
So.
Yeah, I say I got Bird. Still got Bird second. I think KD, by the time KD hang it up, he might pass Bird. Gotta see what he do in Brooklyn, or if he goes somewhere else. But
yeah,
I got Bird hanging on second right now. Braun first, small forward.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So the next popular thing, you know, since the Last Dance has been popular and major. First, let's take this second shot to the Bulls, to that last championship, to that ring, to Jordan. To everybody, and also rest in peace, Jerry Sloan.
Jerry Sloan,
a Bulls legend, the only player outside of Jordan and Pippen that had the most minutes on the Bulls.
Chicago Bulls, baby, hometown team.
Yep. But yeah, so I'll say the next most popular thing was been trending a lot, and the sales, I'm sure they're already major, but. With the Last Dance documentary, I can't say a resurgence, but the Jordan shoe brand.
Oh yeah.
They got some heat. They got some heat coming up too, man.
Yeah.
I'm scouting out for those. If I can't get them, if somebody can give me a pair of those Fresh Prince Jordans coming out, I need those Bel Air Jordans. I need those.
Ooh, yeah, them hard.
Yeah, the 5's one of my favorite too. I definitely need those. Those are must cop for me. So if you got a plug, hook me up.
Yes sir. Yeah, I just got the ones, the Jordan ones, the black and blue, and white joints. Had to get those. That was a must have.
I tried. The AI robots, the boss beat me to it. I was online early. I couldn't even get into the page. It was no, I couldn't get a ticket early. I tried to get the raffle or whatever. I couldn't get into that. I missed that. And then I was online early. My plug, he couldn't help me out. So I was just like online, like at the wheel, like the rest of y'all. And I couldn't grab them.
Yeah, this online shit is ridiculous, man. I can't wait for the store. I had to hook up at the stores, but now the stores ain't open. I gotta be like everybody else and go online. I had to pay a little extra for them, but I had to get those Jordan 1s. Those are my 4s are first for me. The Jordan 4s first. 11s, then the 1s. My top 3.
For me, it's definitely 11's my number 1. I like the 4s. And then I would have to say the 12s for me. I really like the 12s.
Well, 5.
And the 5s, but I can't rule out the 12s. Like the playoffs is one of my all-time favorite shoe. The black and white joints with the gold shoestring clasp. I really like those. But the 5s, I don't know. I don't think I can put either one of them. I got to do a top 4.
Right.
And then if I do top 5 to round it out and make it make sense. But then I put the Jordan 1s after that. And then really for me, the Jordan 1s, I got the OG ones, but I just like all the different colorways. It's just simple and it's a classic shoe. And then it's like, you got the Air Force One kind of style, and I just really like that. The simplicity involved with it versus, some of the shoes is cool, then they get a little crazy on some of them.
You gotta be high top Jordan 1s. Don't get them low top.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Don't get them trash. Don't do that.
Hey, no, I seen somebody, it ain't the Jordan, but I seen some people buying sandals and putting Air Force Ones on top of the sandals and strapping this. Don't do that. Whatever that mess is, leave it where it's at. Just forget about it.
Yeah, it's a new trend might be hit, but don't.
Yeah, they trying to be like Balenciaga or something.
Big bulky shoe.
You ruining an iconic shoe. The ones, G Fazos, whatever y'all call them.
Yeah.
Leave them alone. Yeah. And don't buy the black ones unless you got a bad credit score.
Yeah, the black ones, you gotta be hood to wear the black ones.
If you wear the black ones, you steal kids' lunch money at the bus stop when you're at work or something.
Oh, another thing, the last verses with Ludacris and Nelly. A lot of people talking about Nelly made the Air Force One popular. Us in Chicago, we've been wearing Air Force Ones and Jordans. Probably everybody in Chicago got at least 3-4 pair of both of them. That's what we were, so.
Agreed.
Nelly didn't popularize it for us. Maybe around the country, but,
Yeah, really, that's what I said.
He made the price go up.
They definitely did that, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because you can definitely get them before. Now you got to pay a buck just to get some. I see some for $80 and stuff on sale sometimes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely used to be a lot cheaper than that.
Right, yeah.
I think so. Like you said, like Air Max 2, Air Max 1s, and Jordans. That's Chicago to its core.
Mm-hmm. 90s, 95s.
Yeah. But cause I know like people like Adidas, I have friends, both of us in the military, you see people from all over, they be like the shell toes and Reebok Classics and stuff. That's not a Chicago thing.
Right. Yeah, well,
models be wearing K-Swiss, that's not a girls wear K-Swiss in Chicago.
Right, yeah,
that's a girl shoe. Like
boys are wearing them.
But yeah, it's just different. It's different cultures that, we not just one group. Chicago got, we got our stuff in our region. I don't know about the rest of the Midwest. I can't speak for them, but it's different when you go to the South. I mean, I'm in New York and stuff. They got a similar style, at least in the shoes or whatever. With the 10s, the ones, and but they probably got some. They wear some different stuff too. I'm sure because New York people weird too.
Yeah, well, yeah. We rock the 10s in Chicago too.
Yeah.
In the wintertime, it get cold as hell. You gotta have some damn boots on.
No lugs.
Lugs.
No lugs around. We're gonna roast your ass.
Yeah, no
heavy boot ass.
Polo, U.S. Polo Association.
Right. U.S. Polo Assassins.
We'll rock them.
All right. So next up, the big topic is the NFL. Everybody's eager to get outside of the Jordan documentary as far as sports go. They have the cornhole championships on ESPN right now. They're on there with masks, playing cornhole. So if we were talking about live sports right now, that'll be all we had to go off of. And Korean baseball, which that seems actually pretty exciting. That seems more exciting than.
Yeah, I was actually watching it the other day. I'm like, I just turned to something. I'm like, I can't watch it. I started watching just to see something live. I'm like, okay, sports competition. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. But how do you think the NFL is going to be impacted by the coronavirus situation and social distancing?
I seen them talking the other day. They were saying they might allow fans in, but it won't be at full capacity. They're saying, I don't know how they're going to do leave 3 or 4 seats in between. I don't know how they're gonna be able to do it.
Just imagine you get 6 feet. That's about at least 4 seats between each person.
Right. Yeah.
And then how would you even determine out of the people that have tickets already who gets tickets?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
do the
Season
season ticket holders
yeah.
get theirs first, and then do you spread them out? Is that is it enough even left over after that? How does that impact the game and how much money people spent? How does that impact the companies that you pay? You know. Because if people, you know, they have policies. Some of the companies force you to pay insurance, and then some don't. They just have a guarantee that if the event is canceled or postponed or something like that, you get your money back. But if it's postponed, you don't get your money back. And in the event that it's not canceled totally, would you get your money back? Because it's really only canceling a certain amount if they decide to do limited capacity for seating.
Yeah, right. It's gonna be like the damn Jordans, they're gonna raffle tickets for damn NFL season. Oh, you didn't make it. You bought the ticket, you didn't get in. I mean, but it's the they said college too. Like they might college let the students in first, or like I say, you got season ticket holders. So they're gonna have to figure out some balance of students and general public, or season ticket holders and general public. But I don't see how they're gonna do it, and it's pissing me off because soon as the Bears, our Chicago Bears, play in Atlanta and in Nashville, which is right by me, now they want all this coronavirus shit. But I plan on going to at least one of them. I was going to at least one of them games. I wanted to go to Atlanta. Atlanta is September 27th, week 3, but I don't know by then. Shit might be still, Yeah. Bears play in Nashville week 8 or 9. I think it's November. So maybe by then, I don't know. I wanted to go, but as soon as we got the schedule released, I'm like, damn, we play Atlanta and Nashville. Then I found out it was on the road. Like first you just know who you playing. But then it's like, damn, it's on the road. Like, oh my God, man. We'll be with all this bullshit going on. Oh well.
Yeah, I have no idea how they're gonna try to handle it. I mean, I assume that it's the right thing to do, based on everything that's been happening. They talk, but it's so crazy because it's like 1 minute they have the, I'm no doctor. I'm not even gonna pretend to have the answers to this question because they don't even have the answers. 1 minute they're saying close the country, shut it down. The next minute they're saying, oh, this is gonna be even worse, open the country back up. Because they're saying that the social distancing and quarantine may be worse for us as a whole than actually shutting down. So I don't know what the answer is. I hope they come up with the appropriate, come to the appropriate conclusion that is going to actually be not just the one that makes them the most money, but the one that's going to keep a bunch of people from dying. Because ultimately, for me, people's lives are more important than seeing a game in person. Yeah. But I do hope that this dies down, because I don't know how life will resume in a normal manner if this is something that is going to be like a threat at all times.
Yes. Yeah, then it's just gonna be weird, especially like if we're watching football and ain't nobody in the stands. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy. Like I heard them say they probably pump in fake crowd noise in the speakers. So
that'll be even worse.
Right?
You know it ain't genuine.
Phony, right? Phony cheers, and what they gonna play some booze when the the road team got the ball. Like it's just gonna be crazy. I just want to see how they configure it. They might, I guess they could experiment with the preseason.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, that does give them an opportunity to, and they get to learn from basketball's potential mistakes or the good things that they may come up with, because they're planning to resume in Disney World, is what I'm hearing.
What they said, first week of July. They're trying to figure out if they're gonna play the rest of the season out or just start with the playoffs. But I mean, I think they would have to have some tune-up game. You can just all right, playoffs go. Like a couple, I get at least 5. But then they were saying maybe like the team that's not in the playoffs, instead of having all the teams come, just bring the playoff teams. But
I mean,
have some scrimmages or
if
something.
I would do that, I would do something like, this is probably, for some people, it's probably messing up the sanctity of the game for them, but I would take the teams that could make the playoffs and put them in, and then I would create like a losers bracket. And then like, like how we see the NIT and then you got the NCAA tournament, something like that. That way, I mean, not like they're really playing for nothing. Maybe you make them play for the picks the next year. Whoever wins get the number one pick out of the losers or something. Who knows? But make it worth something. But that at least gives us a little bit more basketball to watch. And then it doesn't, render the other teams just, what do? You just say, all right, y'all. I mean, do they still get paid their regular amount?
Right. Yeah. Right. We don't want y'all in the mix with the playoff team.
Yeah.
Y'all just go home for the year. Yeah, because they got to figure out the salaries and stuff like that. That's still pending. But
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. They said by June 1st they should have the whole thing mapped out and let the public know. So I guess we'll be seeing next week.
I wonder if the Players Association has a word in that. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, what about the teams on the fence?
Right, yeah. Right. Yeah, because...
About 15 games left?
I think, because at the moment, Memphis, I think, is the 8th seed, and I think New Orleans is 9th. But I would have liked to see Zion and Bron go at it in the first round. But, I mean, it's just like, I think they're behind a couple games. I know they was behind a couple games, so it might not be enough for them to make up space.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'd take Ja.
Yeah.
Watch Ja in playoffs. We'll see how they map it out.
Okay. Back to the NFL. So, jumping into the Bears schedule, we played the AFC South and NFC South this year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What's your prediction for a season record?
I looked at the schedule about a week ago. I'm going to go 11-5. I think we'll win 11 games. At least 11 games. The defense going to be back like it was 2018 level.
I say 10-6.
That's playoffs.
Yeah. I think the division will be pretty tight. I think it'll probably be between us and Minnesota. But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how it's going to shake out because our division is getting better every year. I think at least it's getting more balance around the teams.
Yeah.
The Lions are still just okay, but they can still knock your head off in the game.
Yeah.
Minnesota's clearly good, and then Green Bay is usually still always unfortunately a threat.
Yeah. I just want to see what Green Bay looked like. They didn't add no offensive.
They kind of bombed the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I was glad that they didn't get no offensive help.
I mean, I feel like people don't be putting respect on Aaron Rodgers' name. I need him to at least get. I don't want them to beat us or win and shit, but I at least need them to get him some help because he be struggling out there. Yeah. I mean, Devontae Adams is good, but
right, yeah, it's just him. Right, yeah. See, you can double him and take him out the game. I mean, he pretty good though, but I figured they was gonna at least draft a wide receiver in the first round. It was so many, like high, like T. Higgins. I think he was like the 3rd or 4th best, and he got drafted first in the 2nd round. Like he made it all the way to the 2nd round. I mean, we know they picked the quarterback Jordan Love, the Packers did, but
I like that guy though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty good, but it's just like. Now, how long you gonna have him sitting on the bench behind?
It's just like
Ron Favre. Yeah, I mean, but he might just have to go on finish somewhere else. He actually said that like I might not finish my career in Green Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he wanted to, but just hey, shit happens. Might have to move on like Brady. Never thought you'd see Brady in another uniform.
I definitely.
Here we go.
Last year it became a realization,
Yeah, right.
And I think the media and the fans just drive these way. Like internet just be destroying. How the internet be destroying whole organizations these days?
Right,
We thought Keyboard Boy, you got people wanting to travel to go fight a motherfucker from 50 states away and shit. Now you got teams just getting destroyed by social media posts and shit.
Right, yeah. Who get the most credit? Belichick or
Brady.
You know what? Right.
Robert Kraft called the goddamn hand job salon and shit. It's just Kraft, but Kraft. That's like it's that's his boy. Brady. If he can keep Brady, he would. I'm sure.
Right.
But
they say he made him trade Garoppolo. He talked to Brady. Shoot, Belichick wanted to move on in with Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, nope.
And I do think that Garoppolo would have been better in that situation, in that system, versus the way he turned out moving him to San Fran. I think we saw in the Super Bowl that it wasn't a lot of trust there.
Nah, yeah, he definitely he's like the best game manager.
Yeah.
Like Alex Smith. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Alex Smith. But I mean, he don't make too many mistakes. He don't take too many chances. But shoot, he got him to the bowl. I mean, not him personally, but he was on the team that got him to the Super Bowl. And even they was flirting around with trying to get Brady. So I don't know how that's gonna play out. In the locker room now, it's like.
Oh, San Fran was?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, they said Lynch was talking to Brady.
Oh shit.
I'm like, damn, you got a quarter years with this.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like it's always about improving.
Right, yeah. Hey, if we can get him, he better than you.
Yeah.
He might be on the downside, but with this defense and the running game, shit.
Because they got a good team, man. And that's like that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like they was okay at first, but like Mostert, whatever, I had no idea he was as good as he was. Mm-hmm. Like that dude was making some plays, man.
Right.
And it's like they literally ran the ball the whole time, and then it's like boom, let's start passing the ball. But I blame Shanahan. Like that guy's a horrible coordinator. He's good for the regular season, but he makes the worst calls at the worst. Anybody that's up 28-3 in the Super Bowl,
right? Yeah, go back.
I'm not gonna trust you. I don't. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get Matt Ryan MVP or something? Like, bro, just run the clock
out. you still trying to pass the ball 40 times a game when you up 28-3 against Brady and Belichick. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know what was worse, that or Pete Carroll passing the ball on the 1 yard line. Probably Pete Carroll.
Probably Pete Carroll.
Yeah, because you got beast mode.
Yeah.
You just gave Brady another ring. Like, come on.
Yeah, and you still got another down after this, and you still running on the goal line.
Right.
You still passing on the goal line.
Right.
When you run it and then pass on the last one, you need to,
right.
Or that.
Play action.
Get an option or something.
Bootleg. It's a lot of questionable decisions. I'd be like, man, I should be the coach. I should be the coordinator. I picked a better play than that.
It's like they obviously they probably better overall. They're doing everything up until that point. But it's like when the callers on the line, like, hey, sub me in, coach. I GM, I could do this.
Right.
Because I'm definitely not gonna say let's pass the ball, Russell. With beast mode on the goal line with a play with 2 plays left. I think it was 3rd and goal or something.
The second down.
Second down, that's even worse.
Yeah.
You got 3 chances at play because this is the end of the game, so you know the fourth down is still a play. Yeah. So and you pass the ball on 2nd and goal. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was I don't know what Pete Carroll was thinking. I like Pete Carroll, but
me too. But yeah. And I have to give him credit. I had no idea that he would pan out like that because these college coaches always wash out of the NFL. Yeah. And did he come in before and then wash out?
Yeah, he was with the Jets, Patriots.
I thought it was
one of them up there.
No, that was Saban that washed out.
Yeah.
He came coach the Dolphins and then left.
Right, yeah. Most of them, and all the college coaches, they don't do nothing in the NFL.
Saban remind me of Al Pacino on Any Given Sunday.
Yeah. Right, what was his name? I forgot his name.
I don't know, but he like the devil. I swear Nick Saban sold his soul to get Alabama those championships.
Man, yeah, he doing something. I think they cheating, but that's another story. Different story, another day. LSU Tigers, go LSU while we had talking about college football.
Let's go. They say Chase is the number 1 wide receiver. They've been debating whether it's him or the guy from Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Him and then Georgia guy Pickney.
Yeah. Yeah, we were gonna try to go to a LSU game this year, but I don't know how that shit gonna look with this coronavirus shit going on.
Yeah. Might not be a chance. I was really looking forward to getting down there to the Alabama game, man. And we be in Death Valley, the real Death Valley.
Yeah. The real one, not Clemson. The real Tigers, not Clemson.
I know y'all counting us out this year too. They already counting us out. We lost Burrows and stuff. We lost some. We lost yeah. Too many damn names.
Sure.
I was trying to get it right, but it didn't come out right.
Yeah, we lost Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah.
Defense.
Defense, yeah, we lost a lot.
We got a lot. See, there's a lot of players that played actually last year, like backups, they got game action.
Yeah, they got game action, yeah.
And we got some pretty.
Yeah, they got game action because we blowing motherfuckers out every game.
Right, yeah,
So we got some players that got some experience in there.
They got their feet wet, so we're gonna surprise y'all this year.
Yeah, I think so too. Plus, we got the coldest to ever do it, so
Ooh, you better watch out for him.
We got a wide receiver named the coldest. So we already should win for something.
Watch out for him.
And
we're gonna be straight.
I think we if Alabama, if they say Alabama was the favorite, I feel like they lost just as much as we did. So
yeah, they lost.
Yeah, we beat them last year.
Right, we got that tight end thing. He's the number one tight end in the country.
Did they say where Burrow's brother was deciding on? Not Burrow's. To her brother was going?
Maryland.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was hearing Miami at first. They were saying.
Yeah, you're going to Maryland. Well, I would think Miami because you could be right there with your brother.
Yeah.
Right, but he went to Maryland.
You had like some NFL trainers there to work with.
Right, yeah.
I'm sure you probably still have access to that stuff anyway, but.
Yeah. But yeah, I would have went to Miami.
Yeah.
That Maryland, I'll never play on TV. I'll never see them.
Yeah, and they in the Big Ten now too.
Yeah. I don't know if he knew somebody there or connection or something. Right. I'm like, why would you? I would. Okay. That's your choice.
No, I think he had a little action last year. I saw him in one game or two, I think. But
I knew he was gonna lead though. I said that. I like once Tua got hurt, I think he was just like, nah, y'all ain't gonna do me like that.
I mean, it made no sense for him to go there anyway. I mean, ultimately, I get being family, whatever, but it makes sense for him to make his own mark. Mm-hmm. Ain't no loyalty to people in sports. You think just because your brother there, because they got you, they signed you, get you a scholarship.
But they gonna play you.
They gonna play you? Nah.
But they playing the white boy with Mac Jones.
Yeah. Come on now. You should know better than that. They had playing for 3 years and winning and then lose one championship game. Actually still helped them win that championship first. Yeah. And then they got rid of them tossed them to the side like scraps.
Right, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. and without him, they wouldn't have won. They wouldn't even been in the championship game the following year because that game with two left out of he came in. Yeah, Georgia. That's the championship game. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you're a recruit and you think about going to college football, don't go to Bama. They're gonna do you wrong.
They're gonna do you wrong.
Come to LSU. You don't want to worry about coaches taking you out the game, replacing you with somebody else. Come to LSU. Tigers, baby, the real Tigers.
The real Death Valley.
Not Auburn, not them the fake Tigers, not Clemson. LSU Tigers, baby. Let's go.
But I'm really interested to see how the college season playing out. How all these seasons in sports pans out in general with the coronavirus thing. It's kind of all up in the air. You really don't know what to expect. Yeah, we're gonna see in these coming months how the football landscape shape out. Because that's all I really. I mean, I want to see the NBA come back, but I'm a football fan. Yeah, me too.
If the NBA don't come back, oh well. But as long as they don't mess up football, I'm good.
Especially because the Bulls ain't on nothing anyway. So
right.
Basketball be like low on my radar.
Right. Yeah, we don't have a chance to win championship this year.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna be one of those teams that's discarded. Don't even get a chance to go to Disney World.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna be still in Chicago. Zach LaVine out there. Gonna be practicing for next year.
Dropping 30 at the park and shit.
Right. Long as Corona don't mess up football, I'm good. Yeah. I want to see every football game. I don't want no shortened season, none of that. College and pro, all of them. So coronavirus will get the hell on somewhere. We ready to see some football, man. Y'all fucked up at baseball. I don't care. I mean, Chicago White Sox, that's my squad. Y'all see with my jersey on yesterday, Chicago White Sox. I mean, I root for them, but baseball I could do without too many goddamn games anyway. 162. Like, come on, man. So maybe this was good for them because they could shorten that damn season.
Yeah, they need to shorten that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And they get paid all that damn money, ain't no salary cap and shit.
Right, yeah. Like shit, y'all could take a pay cut and cut them games, and they should be all right. So they said they was thinking about doing the little bubble thing, like I think they said Arizona or somewhere, like starting the season, just playing games there and shit.
Oh, looking at like how they doing?
Yeah.
In the NBA.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really care about baseball for real, but as long as football ain't messed up, I'm good.
I heard that. Another one of the things that we wanted to discuss is the new direction that we were gonna take the podcast in. Want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're just gonna branch out to different subjects, different subject matters, and not just keep it strictly sports, because some of y'all out there don't like sports, so we give y'all something to watch, something to listen to, just broaden the horizon.
We already were discussing doing this, but now COVID-19 kind of forced our hand anyway. We don't have much sports to talk about.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to be like Sports Center and then only sharing like the top 10. You see like little kids throwing a basketball. I mean, these videos are cute and whatnot, but we can't exactly talk about little Billy Bob shooting the basketball in the little tights rim,
Right.
So.
Oh yeah. The next episode, little kid hit on run.
Yeah, over his fence in his backyard.
Right.
Like I said, these videos are very heartwarming, but COVID-19 has kind of forced our hand on this. But it was something we were already debating anyway, just kind of branching out and broadening the scope of what we discuss. Mm-hmm. We both got some military experience. We're both dads. We got our, both black individuals, our blackness we could discuss. There's a lot of political topics that we would probably want to dabble in,
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into some of that on episode 10 next week.
Yeah, we got something planned for y'all. And actually, the president of Sometimes I'm Always Right has a birthday coming up. What you plan on doing for that?
Woo! Well, with coronavirus fucking the world up right now, I don't know, man. Probably just have a couple drinks, chill out, drink me some champagne, have me a nice dinner. I ain't gonna do too much. I'll be 38 years old.
Damn, you old, brother.
Getting up there, man. Woo!
Damn. When y'all get older, y'all be saying y'all age, it make me forget. I remember, like, damn, that means I'm 32, I'm about to be 33.
Yeah, getting up there, 38, May 28th. Yeah, man, when I was like getting into my 30s, I'm like, damn, man, I'm getting old and shit, man, damn. But, now I just like, I appreciate getting old now. Got a lot of, coming from Chicago, projects, IDB Wells, splitting time on the west side, my mom's side of the family. We see a lot of kids and a lot of people don't make it to 20, let alone 30.
I always tell people like 25 was, I like the neighborhoods alone. Then you factor in being in the military, and even at war, you got people that don't go to war that don't even make it out. You got suicides a high thing. Not to say it in jest because it's a sensitive topic for us too. Mm-hmm. But you never know. Every moment counts. Nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow is not promised. Mm-hmm. So making it from Chicago, making it through military, and then still making it through every day. It's a lot of stresses out here that sometimes some people don't make it in. Mm-hmm. And
shit, being black in general.
Yeah,
a lot of black people minding their business and still get killed for just living, like just going about their everyday routines. We can't make it back home sometimes. So I just say, getting old now is a blessing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I get a little triggered at most of those things because I often, you hear people say things like, I'm sure you've heard it before. When you're kind of well spoken and you can kind of blend in different settings and environments, you like consider one of the good niggas. Like people will actually tell you like you're different. Like like the rest of them. Like and that's okay. They think that's normal to say things like that.
Right. Yeah.
But some people don't get afforded those opportunities, and even at times I haven't been always viewed as that person. I've been facing my own little, well, sometimes people don't care either. But I face my own racial experiences and stuff in life. But sometimes some people don't get these opportunities out here, and they're looked at as a threat, or just looked at as nothing, and that's why some of these situations happen. They may not view you as a threat, but your life isn't valued as some other people's may be valued,
Yeah.
And it's a sad state that you have to discuss these things in 2020. We've came a long way, and there's no denying that. But they like to say that these are only macro level things, and it's not a systemic issue. They want to say this like they want to act like it's segregated, like it's only a small portion of the population.
Right.
And in reality, we see day in and day out that it's not, because even if the one person with their bias acts on these things, then you see how the system does not protect their life even after the fact. Like these people often go off scot-free. No penalties, no punishment. The Boston Jean situation, that was highly surprising to me. I really thought that lady was gonna walk, and they were still pretty soft. And then you had the other uncomfortable situations with the family hugging the murderer, and the judge hugging the murderer, and the bailiff hugging the murderer. That was just crazy. I don't think we see that when the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah.
But shout out to them if that's what helped them get over the heaviness in their heart. I can't tell people how to feel about those things, because I know something like that would eat me up. I'm not a very forgiving person. I try to be more like that, but something like that, I don't think I would ever be able to forgive.
Yeah,
and
especially not that quick.
Yeah, that was
it
like
might take some years.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't think I ever get to the point where I want to hug the person that killed my damn family member.
Yeah.
You know what? I forget. Nah, we're not doing that. I would have a pretty hard time being face to face and not with the rage not coming out, but and hug, like touching them. Nah. I mean, but to each his own.
Now, talking about touching them, it would be more like I would be hugging their neck with my baby.
Yeah, I might fake a hug. Like, come here, help us.
God dang.
Audio podcast.
Audio on the podcast.
Cut
off on us, guys.
You said we're talking too much. Cut off on.
But so we just want to kind of let you guys know that we will be going in a different direction. We'll still stay true to sports, because that's our thing too. So, but we want to, with the Ahmaud Arbery situation, and forgive me for my memory, but the woman that was murdered in Louisville by the LAPD officers. That's also something that we wanted to kind of touch on. So that's something we'll be discussing in the upcoming episodes, and just everyday things. What we got going on, what we doing, what we trying to take the podcast to. So, want to take us out?
I just wanted to say we had some people been asking about it. Our couple fans we got, we really appreciate y'all hanging in there with us, and we're going to deliver more episodes more frequently in the future. So thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for rocking with us. We appreciate all the listens, the views. Appreciate it. Shout out my boy, See No Other. I get that.
There you go.
See No Other. My dog, he back at it. Got the clothing line.
Got some real dope hats, some sweaters, and all that.
See No Other. CNOTHER. Check him out. Instagram. That boy, he coming back with it. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna put the at name. I'm gonna edit it, put it in there. So check him out. Yeah, check my boy out.
All right, and also if you got any subscribers with businesses or stuff like that, we love to help people out. So let us know. We'll throw it in the description or give you a shout out.
Put it on screen.
Yep.
And we like to help y'all grow y'all business. especially if y'all black. We like to support black business. Well, any if you're any color, but especially if you're black. But, well, we support everybody, man. Especially times like this, hard times. Some people losing money because all this quarantine, coronavirus, COVID-19 shit. So, if we can do anything to help y'all out, just let us know. We'll try to look out for you. Appreciate you.
All right, signing out.
Episode 9, it's a wrap. We'll holla at y'all. Probably have another one next week. Be traveling back down here to Jeffersonville. Holla at my peoples again. Bringing the fam. Just gonna hang out, chill out, do what we do. Eat good, drink good.
Probably do some impromptu recordings. I do got a surprise next weekend though. He don't even know it yet either. It's a birthday surprise, so I'll unveil it when the episode come on. So y'all be catching it at the same time he will.
All right, tune in. Y'all gotta tune in now next week, baby. Check us out. Sometimes I'm always right.